The sauce for this series is provided by Schaeferless Productions. Seriously, go watch his videos because you're gonna see where I get a lot of the sauce for these videos from, and yeah, they're pretty funny. They say that everyone has 2 Mario Kart games that define their childhood, and I find that statement to be true. I'm proud to say that I'm from the golden age of Mario Kart, as my 2 childhood Mario Kart games are Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart Wii. I got absolutely frickin' spoiled with these 2 being my childhood Mario Kart games. Each of these 2 games contains some very special memories for me, and I will never, ever let those go. Mario Kart DS has some absolutely fire courses, with the Nitros being some of the best the series has ever seen. This is also the first game to introduce retro tracks. Speaking of which, are they some absolute bangers? Not so much. So don't be surprised that most of them are going to be in the bottom half of this ranking. I think I've said everything that I needed to say, so let's head on over to the docks at Cheap Cheap Beach and dive right into the ranking.
I am very disappointed!
Well, I mean, what did you expect to be the worst course in this game? Did you expect it to be anything other than this one? It's literally just a figure 8, some bleachers, and nothing else. I'm not gonna sit here and lie about how it's the best course ever. I get that it's been memed to death by this community, but man, it just doesn't have that effect on me. Whenever I race on it, I don't get why people love it so much. Also, learning that they called this Mario Circuit in Smash instead of Figure 8 Circuit just shows how forgettable this track is. Sorry, but this is the worst course in this game. It has nothing. Drifting around each turn feels pretty nice, but other than that, nah, man. Nah. Dude, SNES Choco Island 2 would have been the worst course in this game if it wasn't for Figure 8 Circuit. In a game with no tricking system, these bumps are more of an inconvenience than a helping hand, and the mud, which was more of a feature of the track in the previous iterations of this course, is just slippery as shit, and I don't like it here. You wanna grab that item box? Good luck getting it. Didn't you just call it mud? That's chocolate. Nope, that's mud. This is not chocolate. This is. Learn the difference, big dog. Yeah, it's not good by any stretch of the imagination. Congratulations, Choco Island 2. You've barely escaped the fate of being the worst course in this game. Just narrowly avoided it. However, you do have the corniest nickname of all the tracks. SNES Poo Poo Island 2. Congratulations for that one.
It goes down.
No, it don't.
It do go down.
Oh!
Personally, I like this track a little bit. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, and I wanted to pull a Schaeferless and just gas this track the fuck up. However, my inner voice of reason says that Yoshi Falls is pretty bad looking back. About the only thing it's got going for it is the waterfalls to try and speed through and the egg in the middle, and that's pretty much it. Literally as a kid, my brother and I would boot up multiplayer just to see who could make it to the other side of the big waterfall. It almost always never worked out unless we had a golden shroom. So yeah, aside from the challenges to make this course not be so boring, it's got nothing going for it.
What kind of place is this?
I am still a baby park hater, no matter the iteration. It is just the most annoying course in Mario Kart history, along with SNES Mario Circuit 3. Seriously, I hate both of them. However, in Double Dash, I could at least put the vitriol and loathing I have for this course to the side and admit that it was pretty fucking phenomenal in that version. However, in Mario Kart 7, it has been absolutely neutered to only contain 5 instead of 7 laps, and there's no special items either. It's also been rotated to 180 degrees and doesn't contain the roller coaster obstacle. Something about hardware limitations and whatnot can be said, but damn dude, this is just a disgrace. Even by my oh-so-low standards for an oh-so-bad track.
Today we went to the beach, and it was...
Koopas.
Oh hey, another SNES course being ranked low. Who would have thought? Yeah, the water physics on this one are actually some hot ass whenever it comes to driving, and it is annoying how many times I fell into one of these water holes. Also, one thing I can't stand about the SNES tracks is that they ignore the lap count being set at 5 like in Super Mario Kart, and instead set the lap count to 3. Like, bro, these races are so quick on these courses. What the hell were they thinking? Like, I don't know about you, but I see this as an absolutely shite change to an otherwise fine course. But you know what? I'm a whore for beach courses, so fucking A, I'm gonna place it right here. I mean, it's really the highest I can place it in good faith. Alright, now that I'm done bitching about it, can I please not talk about this track any longer? Okay, thank you.
A little short for a stormtrooper.
Huh?
SNES Mario Circuit 1 is definitely among the weakest, but it isn't the weakest of the SNES Mario Circuit tracks. So I really don't have a problem with it being in this game. It's just flat, boring, and still the same, and the layout is also the same, meaning it's gone from bleh to still bleh. It's just Mario Circuit 1 in 3D. That's it. And that's hardly anything worthy of writing home about. However, I think that this retro track suffers the most out of all the other SNES retro picks, because here, it is painfully obvious that the lap count should be 5. Like, by the time I hit flow state, I was like, holy shit, the race is already over? Seriously, I don't like this course. The sooner we can move on, the better.
Don't tell me how to eat donuts.
Brother, what do you mean another SNES track is ranked this low? I'm kidding. By this point, retros were slim pickings and they really didn't have shit to offer when it comes to good courses. Like, I want to be nice, but man, the SNES courses are among the worst and they really hold this game down. Like, it's Donut Plains 1, but in 3D, and it's not really anything noteworthy here. I will say though that once again, this along with all the other SNES courses with the exception of Poo Poo Island 2, should have kept the 5-lap structure.
That's called cow tipping.
Moo Moo Farm is an absolute stinker here. There's almost no hazards except for the Monty Moles that jump out of the ground here and there, and literally nothing else. It's basically the same as it was in Mario Kart 64, which to me wasn't all that good then, and it's not good now. I really see no point in ranking this course higher than this. It's among the worst in the game, and I'll stand on that.
Mon Dieu, soldier, we're in a desert.
Oh yeah, this one's an absolute stinker. However, I still believe it's better than anything we've gone over so far, which isn't saying much. Plus, the airtime you can get at the ass end of this course is pretty damn insane, all things considered. It does have some charm like the pokies in this angry sun that'll randomly spawn fireballs that you have to dodge.
Also, water on a desert course means I drive into it. I don't know why, I just do.
Yeah, this course is bad, the music is kinda annoying, but it does go hard, I will admit, and it's still better than the other courses we have discussed so far. And I wonder how they'll do it in Mario Kart World. Oh, never mind. Oh, and the Super Mario Bros. 3 aesthetic they've got going on is pretty nice. That's pretty much all I've got to say about it.
Gee whiz, look at that bridge.
Dude, just what in the four-winded fuck happened to Mushroom Bridge? Look how they massacred my boy! I think I'm being too dramatic here, but yeah, what the hell happened? Mushroom Bridge really isn't all that good in this iteration, considering what we had before it. For such an amazing course, to see it neutered and nerfed like this is pretty damn sad, all things considered. Like, you can't even go over the bridge anymore. Just what the hell happened? The music is amazing as usual, but it's compressed all to hell. I'm just hoping to see it return back and restored to its former glory. Other than that, the music still bangs, and I do think it's impressive that they were able to get the traffic to work on this course, but yeah, not all that good in this iteration. The hardware limitations really watered down the Double Dash retros. Shit, they watered down all retros now that I think about it.
I've been slobbered. That'll teach you to mess with my new little buddy Yoshi.
Man, seeing this course also be watered down is just heartbreaking. It's not like Yoshi Circuit was a god tier track in Double Dash, but holy shit, they also nerfed this one too. Like, no Yoshi Copter? No secret tunnel? None of that? This isn't one of the best courses in the entire series, but I mean, it's up there with all the others in my opinion, and to see it nerfed like this just sucks. At least it's still got the Yoshi layout. Maybe, just maybe, we'll see this course be returned to its former glory, shortcut and all. But until then, we'll just have to work with what we've got.
Ain't that a peach?
Peach Circuit is an alright course. I mean, it's flat and it's really not all that much to write home about. I think that's a pretty common theme here. The colors are still pretty and the background kinda pops, so I mean, that's still cool. Other than that, it's Peach Circuit. Is this a banger? No. But it's actually pretty decent here with the improved controls, so I really have nothing to complain about, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's really the only thing that's good. The vibes and how good it feels to race on. That's pretty much it.
You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and...
You all know how I feel about the GBA Bowser Castle courses. They're just super bland and they feel like nothing original right alongside the SNES Bowser Castle courses. I actually like Bowser Castle 2 here in this game because it fits very well, but sadly it suffers from my lack of give a shit. It's not really anything to write home about, even with the jumps that are the only sort of airtime you can get. You can completely cheese them for a quick boost without having to really commit, you know? With no tricking system in this game, I often find myself skipping this course overall if I can because it's not that fun.
Cut! What the fuck is that?
Look, I know Frappe Snowland isn't all that good by people's standards, but damn it, it's fun and that's all that matters to me. I mean, this snowy wall section you drive through is pretty damn fun to drive through, and the snowmen aren't really hell to navigate through anymore. Just so you know, I'm the kind of evil asshole that'll pick a heavy character with a big cart and bump the smaller folks into the snowmen. I know, what an asshole. Also, the Lakitu zones aren't as much of a bitch and are clearly marked, so if you want to pull off a daring skip, fuck it, do it. There's nothing stopping you. So yeah, while it's not that great of a course, damn it, I truly appreciate it. The quality of life upgrades make it actually playable and not something annoying that we have to deal with. And you know what? That's pretty good in my books.
By running around and screaming like a banshee.
Oh, Squidward, a banshee screams like this.
So I actually like this course and I'm not even going to complain about it. It really feels like the spooky vibes are on point and it's such an improvement here. Banshee Boardwalk is on point and I like this course because the bats don't fuck you over and they are actually pretty easy to dodge. And also the controls make this course feel like a much better fit to be in this game rather than Mario Kart 64. I did allude to how the course was overall better in a later iteration of my 64 ranking, and this was what I was talking about. I really have no complaints here.
Cool it, Caterpillar Breath! I'm not your mama? Mama Luigi?
As of right now, everywhere around me is getting lit up with tornado warnings. Editor Bondi stepping in, it looked like a tornado was about to drop right on our fucking foreheads in hindsight, so thank God that didn't happen. So yeah, this course kinda hits different right now. The course takes place during a thunderstorm, and there's weather stations everywhere, and the rain effect is also pretty damn good for the hardware. Also, course is designed around a thunderstorm, and no Mario Kart World's tracks are designed around all types of weather, so what I said originally stands, are few and far between in this series. The only other one I can think of is Wario Shipyard. This track is one of those tracks that makes me feel like I'm an all-star player when playing it, so yeah, all in all, this course ain't half bad. So put some respect on it, fuckboy. I'm sorry, I may have taken it too far there. Well, it looks like we're at the halfway point now, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what that means. It's time to rank the battle mode. I don't really have too much to say here about this battle mode other than the fact that it is the OG battle royale in my life pre-PUBG days. That aside, how do these maps rank? In 6th place, we have Palm Shore. Palm Shore is one of the worst battle courses here. There's just 3 tiny little plots of sand, a lot of water, and a tree. And if you're caught lacking in the water, say goodbye to your balloons, bitches, cause you're catching a shell or two. Easily the worst of the bunch, and I don't like it. Coming in at number 5, we have Pipe Plaza. I know I'm gonna catch a lot of shit for this, but fuck it, I'm willing to catch some. This is a very fun battle course, it's very constricted and tight, and the combat is close quarters, and I love the pipe mechanic and how it functions. However, it just doesn't stack up all that well to me whenever it comes to these other courses. Coming in at 4th place, we have Tart Top, which is pretty damn cute, all things considered. I love the whole theme of design, and I love the fact that hitting these strawberries creams on your face. Hold the pause, who wrote this shit? Anyways, this course is pretty damn awesome, and I like it. At number 3, we have Block Fort. Oh yeah, Block Fort is the pinnacle of Mario Kart battle mode. Basically, you grab a couple items, blow your balloons up, and then pick a corner, and it's basically, come on over here, I fucking dare ya. And it can lead to some hella funny standoffs. Yeah, this course is pretty damn good, and I like it. Coming in at 2nd place, we have Nintendo DS. Continuing the gimmick of battling on the console that the Mario Kart is from for the last time that this series has ever seen, which is honestly a shame, Nintendo DS is pretty damn fun. My main goal is to start throwing shells at everybody. I'm sorry, that was corny as fuck. Anyways, this course is pretty damn cool, and I like that you can knock people off the course. I'm that type of mischievous asshole. And coming in at 1st place, we have Twilight House. Arguably the most iconic map to come out of this game, Twilight House is like the OG Battle Royale map. Set in many different quadrants, there's plenty of spaces to knock people off the map, and you know I love doing that. You can also set up ambushes and camp in a corner. Twilight House is definitely the best battle map to come out of this game, and in my opinion, it is the best battle map in the series, and I hope to see it return one day in the future. That does it for battle mode. Oh, to be a child and fucking up all the CPUs again. Anyways, let's move on because we still got some ground to cover.
Hello, Mrs. Puff. I'm all set for my driving test.
Shroom Ridge is also a stinker depending on how you look at it. In my mind, it is, but some people love it because of that road trip feeling, which is, in all honesty, valid. However, despite it being a stinker, I like this course. I mean, you gotta have a couple stinkers in every game for there to be some good courses, you know what I mean? If it was revamped more than they did on the Booster Course Pass in the future, I have a feeling it'd be a very solid addition to Mario Kart 8, but because this somehow looks better than it did in 2022, I don't know, I feel like they could have, left it out of Mario Kart 8. This is just Shroom Ridge, which is nothing at all special. Although I will say though, the boosting and drifting potential on this track is very insane, and I love it for that reason. However, it does suffer from being the most mid-track in existence, even in its later iteration.
The defense calls Wario.
In a game with absolutely no trick system, this course does not benefit from all the high jumps and low bumps it has to offer. Plus, the mud physics are downright weird and wonky. These fireballs do add an aspect of fun to this course, and they're either your best friend or your worst nightmare in this game. Overall, this is clearly the better Wario Stadium as opposed to the one from 64. Oh my god, get that shit off the screen. But I feel like this course got done better in its later iterations, and I can confidently state that this course was just far too ahead of its time for its own benefit here. I don't love it, but I don't definitely hate it, it's just pretty mid.
Snowball fight? I wanna play!
So DK Pass has seen some heavy discourse online as to whether it's good or not, and I'm just gonna say I don't care if you don't like it because I do. This course is nice, but at the end of the day, it just takes place in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's got no cabins or anything to make it feel like a lived-in world aside from the snowmen and rolling snowballs. It isn't until its later iterations where Nintendo tries to make it feel like a lived-in world, and also Mario Kart World has revamped it and nails the feel. But we're all the way over here in DS, so you're just gonna have to wait, and I almost can't. Overall, it's a solid track that's not as bad as some people make it out to be, but it's not really that juiced either. Oh hey, it's another Luigi Circuit course. Kinda strange how there's 2 in one game, but I digress. You know what else is strange? How this is placed 13th in 2 rankings in a row. That's not intentional, I swear to God. I like the chaos aspect from Double Dash where you're going face to face with other racers, because in this game, it feels so much more consequential. Shit's all gravy until you're in first and Daisy just clobbers you with a red shell and fucks up your race, whereas that didn't really happen in Mario Kart Double Dash whenever I played it. And Luigi's Mansion is in the background here as well. Sure, it's not got the same flair as Double Dash due to the big items being missing, but it's an okay course when speaking from regular standards, and I think it was a good fit for this game. So Luigi's Mansion is Luigi's Mansion, what more do you want to know? The mud physics are wonky, and the course overall besides that is pretty damn fun to race on, and I don't have a bad time whenever I'm racing on this course. Also, can we talk about the music? My god, is this one of the most underrated songs in the entire series. I personally am obsessed with this little piece of the music right here. It's absolutely fucking amazing in every aspect. Also, word to Shea Frillis for calling this one Boston Building. I love confusing the fuck out of people by calling it Boston Building, only to further trip them into madness by replying with Zooey Mama every time they ask, what? Literally might be one of the funniest fucking courses in existence based off of that alone.
One for Toad, one for Princess Peach, and one for Luigi!
Okay, with full bias here, this course has got to be one of my favorite of all the circuits. It really has everything. Peach's Castle? Boom. Piranha Plants that spit fireballs at you? Boom. Fun? Boom. Music? Boom.
Water I like to drive into for no reason? Boom.
This course scratches every part of my brain and is seriously the most fun course to race on that isn't anything outside of what I mentioned. Everything just oozes Mario Kart, from the design to the gameplay to the aesthetics and the music. I love it, and that's all I gotta say about it.
Look at me, standing on the beach with no pina colada.
This course on the DS wasn't actually too bad. The beach theme is really good and it's executed pretty well in my opinion, and I just absolutely love this little grove area that feels like a nice break before the madness resumes. And sidesteppers on the course are pretty damn hilarious when they trip other racers up. As you know already, I'm a whore for beach tracks, and this one is nothing short of good. This and Peach Beach are just top tier and phenomenal, and the music is so damn good too. It really encapsulates that feeling of going to a beach for a day of fun. Good job, Nintendo, you absolutely knocked it out of the park. Well done, you brilliant bastards.
Time's ticking, pal. Beep, 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 and your answer is...
Having such a direct reference to the main platformers in this game is absolutely delightful, considering my main exposure to Super Mario 64 was the DS version. Tick-Tock Clock is absolutely beautiful, and I love that it feels like you're driving in an area where Mario once kicked ass and collected stars. The swinging things of doom and the spinning arms on the clock, I can't remember what they're called, don't judge me, are seriously some of the coolest designs in Mario Kart up until this point. This first little section makes you choose wisely in which direction you want to go, and it's an absolute trip. Plus, the ending is absolutely heavenly. The music for this course is also pretty entertaining. I like this course and I can't get enough of it. Until Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, my friend.
Dear Mario.
I'm going to make you a fucking cake!
Peach Gardens is a place that I wish were real. Like, oh my fucking goodness, this course is absolutely stunning. It for sure is one of my favorite courses to this day within the entire series. Plus, it's got water, so I'll see you in a second after I cool off. Also, dodging the chomps on this course and weaving through this garden section is pretty damn cool. I remember reading online somewhere when I was younger that they had a scrapped third lap where you go the opposite direction, and seeing this course get revamped for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with that original cut third lap is absolutely a beautiful homage to this game. Like, I seriously cannot wait to talk about it in the future. This course is the definition of quaint. Like, when I think of that word, this course comes to mind. Peach Gardens fucks and it takes you to O-Town like no other course in this series. Okay, that might be a bit too far, okay? I'm really sorry for that one.
I remember when they first invented chocolate.
Holy shit, time for some Bondi lore. For those who don't know, I am half redneck, and the music on Choco Mountain turns me into the country boy partying at the cornfield trying to pipe down the Southern Belle, aka the opposite of what I really am.
What the hell is wrong with you, boy?
Alright, that's two out of me. I really gotta stop at this point. Anyways, this is one of the best courses from Mario Kart 64, and this course is just chocolate. You know what I mean? I'm hungry for some chocolate right now. This course, man. I just can't put into words how fucking phenomenal this course is. And here, it's pretty faithful to its OG iteration, and I like when we get faithful remakes of tracks in Mario Kart. Seriously, hats off to Nintendo for putting this one in this game. I mean, one of the best courses of all time has to be in here, right? Or am I on crack? I'm right. I knew it. Anyways, one last thing I wanted to say is that this is chocolate, this is poo-poo. There's a massive difference.
Welcome to the sun-drenched tropical paradise of Isle Delfino.
Delfino Square seems like the kind of place I want to live in one day. Out by the sea in a quaint little village where races often happen through it. I think my favorite part about this track has to be this little split path portion that you can take, with the one on the left reminding me of Banana from Inferno on Counter-Strike. I literally call this portion of the course Banana because the correlation is so strong. This little skip that you can take is pretty damn cool too, I must say. And it completely eliminates you having to take this portion of the course. This speed boost bridge that you can either run straight across or make a jump from is also super fun to take. Yeah, this course is just awesome. It's beautiful, it's amazing, it's gorgeous, it's somewhere I'd want to live, and yeah, Nintendo, please bring this back in the future. We need this course.
Wedding bells.
Oh, what if she says no?
Alright, I don't give a goddamn shit what anybody says. This is hands down the best Bowser's Castle, point blank period, end of discussion. Although I will say they do need to make up their mind as to whether it's Bowser's Castle or Bowser Castle. Anyways, it's got the right amount of chaos, and oh hey, a shortcut that doesn't slow you down that's easy enough to access provided that you don't suck. This little spinny rolly thing can fuck you over, and I think that's pretty awesome, and the interior I feel could be ramped up a bit. And who could forget about this rolly thing right here, which absolutely will cost you if you fall off, something I only did once as a kid and then never again. And these moving platforms are a blast to navigate. This track is in my all-time top 10, and I'll say that shit with my chest. It rocks, and it's a damn shame that Nintendo hasn't brought this one back yet. Now, Rainbow Road is not the best in the series, but it's for damn sure innovative and fun as hell. I mean, we got anti-gravity in Mario Kart before Mario Kart 8. That's gotta mean something. Getting hit by an item in these portions will definitely fuck you over. This Rainbow Road is quite cozy for Rainbow Road, and you know what? That's completely okay. I have a lot of fond memories with this track, and I love the fact that it's so revered by many people within this fandom. Also, Nintendo killed it with its music in Mario Kart World. Like, it was such a treat to hear DS Rainbow Road as I was just driving along. Yeah, this course needs to come back along with Double Dash's iteration. Nintendo, please make this happen.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
GBA Sky Garden is quite literally one of the only 2 retro courses in this game to make it into the top 10. This course is just pure fun, and the music is absolutely stunning to boot. It's a pretty faithful retro edition, keeping the look that makes Sky Garden such an iconic course. It's by far one of my favorite tracks in all of Mario Kart. The skybox, the music, the track, the shortcuts you can take all just add to the atmosphere of this track, and it's absolutely beautiful. I remember this being one of my favorite tracks from this game whenever I was a kid. Sky Garden was just so beautiful, and for some reason, I liken this track to Pop-Tarts. I don't know why, but that just sticks out in my memory, man. Surely they keep this look in later iterations of this track that definitely don't leave a bad taste in my mouth, right? Right?
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Holy shit, this is my GOAT right here. Kids that don't know about this track are the ones I feel sorry for the most. Because wowee wow wow, is this course fucking phenomenal. The obscure theming of a level from Super Mario Bros. 3 being turned into a Mario Kart track is peak Mario Kart. I love this course from start to finish. You start out by dodging bullet bills being fired from the airship, and then you make your way onto the airship where rocky wrenches pop out from under the trenches and hit racers who drive over them. You then make a tight left turn into a room where crates are stored, and then through a pair of rotating burners that will rock you if you're unfortunate enough. Then you pop out of a cannon and into this tower where you drift all the way to the bottom where a section of broken road awaits you, and once you avoid that, you're back across the finish line and doing it all over again. It's just perfect. Some people say that the drifting section at the tower could have a lot more going on with it, but hey, Nintendo cooked with this course and it will always be my GOAT. Oh yeah, the swanky purple boy somehow is the best course in Mario Kart DS, and it's no surprise. Waluigi would be the type to own an arcade and pinball machine themed around him, and he would be the type of sadistic bastard to force his friends to race on it. That aside, the pinball aesthetic is perfect, and having to dodge pinballs will never not be fun. Also, the item box roulette sound effects sounding like a pinball machine jingle, and the sounds as you enter the last section of the track are fucking phenomenal. This course is an absolute banger, and I think if we're counting out Rainbow Roads, this and Airship Fortress are in an endless brawl for the top spot. This track makes me proud to say that I'm from the golden age of Mario Kart, where this course, Airship Fortress alongside Coconut Mall, Wii Rainbow Road, and DK Summit were the defining courses. Well done, Waluigi. You may never get invited to Smash, and you may take a lot of L's, but you flip them into some dubs, and you have by far the best Mario Kart track, my man. Mario Kart DS left a huge imprint on little kid me's heart, and that imprint is still there today. It's also shaped my love for the Mario Kart series as a whole. When I was at my lowest, I would always come back to this game, and today I can always come back to this game and feel like a kid whenever I need to take a load off. The memories of this game have made me continue to seek for more memories like it. I remember playing this game so much that the A button on my OG DS is quite literally worn out and struggles to work. I remember playing multiplayer with my brother and cousin in my cousin's room and having the time of my life. I remember going back to this game when I felt sad or just needed to pick me up after a bad day at school. But the most precious memory I have on this game is sitting in the same chair with my grandma, who's long since passed on from this mortal coil, and showing her how much ass I kicked at Rainbow Road. And I remember she always enjoyed watching me play these games. I think she'd be smiling to know that as a grown man, I'm still passionate about video games. It's a memory that makes me not shed tears when I think about her anymore, but actually smile and remember her and bask in the warmth she extended to everybody. It feels like all that stuff happened forever ago, but when I boot up the game and play through it, it helps remind me that it wasn't. This 20-year-old game might be old, and yeah, I might be a literal unk with 2 nephews who are growing up way too fast for my liking now. But trust me, this game was ahead of its time, and most of the courses were too. I'll probably be in the nursing home tearing up the tracks like there's no tomorrow. And I know that my grandma will constantly be looking over my shoulder and cheering me on, even if I can't see her. My name is Bondi, and thank you for watching.